All right, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming. You're an hour late. But the good news is that the government has granted us permission to work. And one day, they will force us to.
Thanks for showing up, Ronnie. What'd you have to do? Ask your mother for permission to come to work?
The new vaccine will be ready this week, and you'll be required to take the shot. If you don't, we have to tell someone. Then you can't work, but you'll still get a stimulus check from the government.
Ronnie, it's the fucking flu. You're not gonna die. You need to get your ass to work on time.
Colin, it's just the sniffles. I don't think you have COVID. You sit alone in a dump truck all day wearing a mask and your "What would Dr. Fauci do" bracelet.
Frankie came to work, Ronnie, even though he don't feel good. What? It's not food poisoning, Frank. Jesus Christ. That sausage has only been in the refrigerator for 2 weeks.
Dr. Fauci is a genius. Dr. Fauci is an expert in his field. Dr. Fauci had to apologize.
Well, if you're so worried, Frank, why don't you take Ronnie and go see my doctor, right, Rocco? What's his name? Dr. Vinny Boombots.
So, Colin, you were saying that you were exposed to someone who was exposed to someone who was exposed to someone else who was lightly coughing? Yeah, you're gonna have to quarantine for 14 days.
Frankie, you know these doctors are all stunad. I don't got time for this. We got a driveway to pour. You remember last week when Bobby's like, "Oh, I got a lump," and I sent him to the doctor, and the guy's like, "Oh, it could be nut cancer." It was his other ball. You got 2, Bobby.
Caleb, you're probably not feeling well because of whatever's in your vaping pen and the edible that you took last Friday at 4 o'clock.
Throwing up is not a sign of food poisoning for you, Frankie. It's a sign that you drank too much of Uncle Paul's homemade wine before church yesterday. Do you remember eating cavatellas at 2 in the morning?
I would suggest on Mondays that you Uber to work.
I had 6, 7, and 7s last night, Frankie. And Rocco had 3 this morning. But he was still able to drive us to work.
From now on, every employee will have their own porta potty. All tools will be sanitized, and the igloo cooler will be wrapped in caution tape until the CDC, the governor, the mayor, Facebook, and Joe Biden says it's okay to use again.
Ronnie, all of a sudden you're a doctor? Nobody's getting germs because there's no soap in the porta potty, Ron. Just rub your hands in the grass, all right? And bring me a cup of coffee on the way back.
Remember, all cups are single use for any drinks. Even if it's your own cup, do not save it for later. It has touched your infectious mouth and now is a biohazard.
I'll tell you how you got sick, Frank. You've been drinking out of that hose. So does Ronnie. You ever watch him? He puts 3 inches of it into his mouth. Would you drink out of that hose, Rock?
Also, no bro hugs, no fist bumps, no high fives, and no handshakes.
Rocco, you were getting a little handsy with my sister, okay? She don't work at the Crazy Horse. You think my father likes that shit? Do me a favor, you want to pinch somebody's ass? Ronnie, turn around. Turn around.
If you see anyone breaking the rules, pull out the air horn that we issued, pull the trigger, and point at the offender until the chosen ones arrive. You are heroes.
Ronnie, have I ever stopped you from having another shot of tequila when I knew you were too fucked up? No, because it's none of my business, and because it's entertaining, right, Rock? So stay out of everybody else's business, Ronnie, and quit being a fink, okay? Nobody needs a tattletale on the job site. If you're so sick that you can't make it to work, I'm not calling a doctor, Ron, but I might call Uncle Paul.
Damn, I miss the 80s.